Hi and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the best way to do named entity recognition, especially if you don't have any training data in 2024. And we're going to be using a method of named entity recognition called zero-shot learning. Zero-shot learning is a type of machine learning where we don't have any training data or named examples to train a machine learning model. Instead, we use an off-the-shelf model that has seen a lot of different examples and can generalize or make predictions on unseen data. For this video, we're going to be using gliner, a brand new BERT-based or transformer-based named entity recognition model that can do zero-shot out of the box and do it remarkably well. Over the past week, I've designed gliner-spacy, which we're going to see in this video, so that you can load up gliner in a spacy pipeline and use it with just a couple lines of code. So what does this mean for you? Well, it means that if you have generic entities like person, organization, date, etc., you can automatically use spacy to identify them with gliner. But more importantly, if you have domain-specific entities, so if your area of research is maybe Asian history or the Holocaust, you can use gliner to create your own labels and automatically identify those labels in a unseen text. Now this means that you have a lot of different applications of gliner in a spacy pipeline. It's easy to install, it's easy to load up. Let's pop on over to VS Code in our terminal to see how to install it with pip, and most importantly, how to use it in a Jupyter notebook.
To get started with gliner and gliner-spacy, you can run the command pip install gliner-spacy. This will install not only gliner-spacy, but also gliner itself. And after a few seconds of downloading all the dependencies, you'll have everything that you need to get started and up and running with it. Now that we've got it installed, let's go ahead and jump on over into our Jupyter notebook and start to use it with some examples. Gliner-spacy is meant to work alongside spacy, so that means that we need to import spacy. Next, we need to import from gliner_spacy.pipeline, import gliner-spacy. Note the capital G and the capital S here. Very important. This is going to import our custom gliner-spacy component. Now we can go ahead and create a spacy pipeline just like we normally would. In my case, I'm going to be using the N-Core Web SM model. This is the small English model from spacy. And now we're going to add in a special component, gliner_spacy. This has been imported just up above when we imported our gliner-spacy class. This component can take a config. Right now, we're just going to pass in a couple different things here, specifically the key of labels and the kind of labels that we want the zero-shot learning model to identify. In our case, we want to identify person and organization. Next, we're going to create a doc container and pass our text through this NLP pipeline. We're using a very simple text. Bill Gates founded Microsoft. Next, we're going to iterate over the entities that are found in this pipeline by saying for int and doc.ends and printing off int.text and int.label. And this is in real time. We immediately have our results. Bill Gates is person and Microsoft is organization. But what if we wanted to have something that's a bit more complex, something that's more domain specific? Let's use the example that I oftentimes have in my research. Auschwitz was a concentration camp. With most models, you're going to see something like this, organization. But what if we want to use a custom label? Let's go ahead and add in a custom label of concentration underscore camp. This is going to allow us to use the zero-shot model to automatically identify Auschwitz as a concentration camp, not as an organization. And after just a few seconds of reloading up the pipeline, we can execute it and we have the expected results. Auschwitz is correctly identified as a concentration camp. Is this model perfect? Absolutely not. It's meant to be a first step in doing NER on much more complex data. Imagine that you don't have any training data and you want to start to cultivate it. You can use zero-shot models to help cultivate large quantities of training data relatively quickly and efficiently by loading it up in something like Prodigy and manually correcting the outputs. Not only is this approach very quick and effective, it's also very consistent, which means it's quite reliable to use in production. gliner-spacy comes to us from Their Story, which is currently testing its use on real-world data that sits in archives, which is all meant to be manually validated through a pipeline for doing things like named entity recognition, summarization, and also categorization, all with oral testimonies. If you test out this library and this approach, let me know in the comments down below what your success rate was and some of the challenges that you encountered. I'm particularly interested in examples where it didn't necessarily work well or it worked particularly well.